Well, hey everybody, it's Scott, your Hoosier Marshal, here for another video. But today, we're not in the barn, we're in the kitchen. It's time to cook something. Today's video is brought to you by Red Bull. It gives you wings. Yeah. I'll show you a quick video clip of me before I've had my Red Bull. And then when I'm finished, I'll show you a clip of me after I've had my Red Bull. We're in the kitchen today. We're cooking. The wife is at work. We're going to have a couple people over when she gets home. Have dinner, and I'm just going to throw something quick together that I think everyone will like. And I thought, what the hell? I might as well make a video and show you how I make it. So I hope you like jambalaya. Okay, I have you set up on the oven. I hope I don't melt my tripod. I don't think I will. I think I tried to get it set up so the feet of the tripod were far enough away from the burner, but I could still get you a good view. We've got some oil in this pan. We're letting it warm up. As soon as it gets hot, we'll get started. Okay, we're warming up. I'll show you sausage. People, you can put whatever you want in your jambalaya. Here we go with just some Eckrich regular smoked sausage, skinless. I prefer the skinned, but she likes skinless. And this 4 pepper for some spice. So that oil's getting hot. Really hot. Probably should turn that shit down. Get this in here. Okay. Finding my right utensils. So we get this browned up. Man, that shit smells good. We're still letting that brown up. Once that does, we'll remove it from the pan and we'll put in the onions. Most people put bell peppers, red, green, yellow bell peppers, celery. I'm not really a fan of cooked bell peppers, and especially the green ones, they give me heartburn. All right, that browned up. I've got an onion, a white onion, roughly chopped. You don't want to, I prefer don't dice it. When you bite into your jambalaya, and you want to know that you have an onion, not just a tiny little dice of an onion. Well, we'll let that go for a little bit, and I'll be back. All right, our onions are still going. Must be hot in here. These onions are sweating. All right, I think those are browned up, sweated enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this, put this sausage back in here with the onions. Like I said, you can put whatever vegetables you want in here. Green peppers. I just not a cooked green pepper fan. Stir this back up. I turned the heat down some. Hope this pan ends up being big enough. I think it will be. There again, when you're cooking, don't be afraid to experiment and try something. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You learned a lesson. Try it different next time. You'd be surprised at how many good things you can actually cook if you just try. There's no reason to be afraid to try to cook. So now I have a little bit of this Creole sauce. I'll put a little bit of that in there. Don't want to really spice her up too much, because that sausage I put in there, that 4 pepper sausage, is pretty spicy. Here is Slap Your Mama. This is good stuff. If you don't use it, you should. But there again, if you're making this for guests, be careful how much spice you put in it, because you may like it super spicy, but not everyone feels that way. I like spicy food, but as I get older, I can only handle so much heat and spice. All right, I'll bring you back in a second. All right, a can of diced tomatoes. And I've never tried this before, but I'm going to put it in there. I had this Mexican style street corn. What the hell? In she goes. And hear my wife bitching now. But in she goes. I said, so, you know, traditionally people do not put corn in their jambalaya, but you're cooking it. It's your meal. If you think it sounds good, you want to try it, try it. If you don't like it, don't try it again. Try something else. Got some juice in there now. Let that cook. Move on to the next ingredient. As soon as I get it open, most people use chicken broth, but I use beef broth. If you want, you could use like boneless, skinless chicken breast too. Cook that up and put that in for a third meat in here if you wanted. Because we have another meat coming yet. Our shrimp. Because what is jambalaya without shrimp? We'll let this simmer up. Get really warm, almost to a boil. And turn the heat back up a little bit now because I have some liquid in there. I'll bring you back. Isn't it looking good already? I'm going to add one more spice in there. I've got this sriracha sauce. There again, careful. Good enough. About ready to add the next ingredient. Rice. Last night we had, I made some chicken with a sauce in the crock pot. And we cooked white rice and had that chicken over white rice. And we've got plenty left over, so I'm just going to put the leftover cooked rice from last night in here. So we don't have to worry about letting the rice cook. All right, you can see that's coming to a rolling boil. Give that a little toss here. Smells good. Go ahead and turn the heat down, way down. And carefully start adding this rice without making a mess. When you add the rice, it really starts to soak up the liquid you have in there, so you don't want to add too much. But the rice is really what makes this jambalaya here. Look at that all coming together now. I don't know if I'll be able to get all this in there or not. I think so. Look at that. That in the sink. Looks a little liquidy right now, but trust me, with a little cooking and that rice soaking it up, it'll turn out all right. Then I have one last ingredient, the shrimp. Now some people just buy raw shrimp and put that in last and let it cook. I just buy the cooked, peeled and deveined shrimp and put it in. It works just fine. Just fine. All right. Now we will let that cook down a little bit, and you will You will be back. And here's one. Do yourself a favor. When you're cooking, as you go, wash the dishes that you get dirty. Then when you're done, you don't have a giant mess to clean up, or especially if you wait until you served your meal and then you clean up, now you have even more to clean up. Don't be a lazy ass. Just clean up as you go. All right, we're about ready to add the shrimp, but I think I need a little more slap your mama. This stuff is awesome. And you'll be back. And you're back. Now for the star of the show. Ta-da. Cooked shrimp, peeled and deveined. Works just fine. Well, this pan is going to be just about perfect. Wouldn't want it to have been any smaller. It'll cook down some more as it simmers, that the liquids will go away. Man, smells good. Don't you wish you could be here to eat it with me? What an easy meal. Easy and good. Sometimes when I make this, I'll purposely let the liquid boil out and then add a can of beer to it, or a partial can of beer to it. Miller time. Miller time jambalaya. Actually, if you have a stout, a Guinness, or something like that, a dark beer, gives it a little better flavor than a light beer like a Miller. I use beer in a lot of things I cook. Are you shocked? There's the shrimp. There's the lid. Now she simmers. Still simmering away. Let's give her a stir. Oh boy. Now this is Cajun food. Cajun food is meant to be spicy. But like I said, be careful how spicy you make it, because you don't know what your guests are going to think of it. But if you're Cajun, you're from that area, I'm sure you eat your food a lot spicier than I do. So let's put the lid back on and let it simmer away. To me, it seemed like it had just a little too much liquid in it for right now, so I'm letting it boil. Letting that liquid turn into steam and dissipate. But I don't want to boil away too much of it. But I feel that right now there's just a little too much liquid in there. So we'll let her roll. All right, I shut it down, put the lid on it. We'll just let it do its thing. Ooh, it's doing a lot of things. Oh boy, she's going to be pissed when she gets home and has to clean up that mess. No, I'll clean it up, but it seems that when I cook, look at that. It doesn't matter how much I clean, she doesn't think it's clean enough and cleans it again. All right, the last time. Look at it. There it is, the Hoosier Marshall Jambalaya. We'll go ahead and end the cooking portion of this video now. The stove is shut down. I'll just put the lid on this and let it sit here and do its thing and let all those flavors mesh together while it's cooling down, and later on when we want to eat, turn it back on and let it warm up. See you in the barn. All right, we made it to the barn. Hope you liked the video of me making my jambalaya. The easiest thing you could cook, probably. Don't let things like that intimidate you. Jump in there and try. If you fail, you fail. You know what doesn't work, you can move on and try something else. So, this morning, I was watching a video from Skylar, the North Georgia Piper, talking about how he received an email from YouTube saying that they were auditing his channel. I've not received an email like that. Have you received an email like that? Have you heard of anyone else? I know, I guess I only function in a small corner of this community. Um, and there's a lot of presenters that I don't follow, that I don't even know exist. Maybe in those corners that's what's being talked about. Maybe it is happening, but it's the first I heard of it. I'm not going to go back and re-edit my videos. I always posted my videos as private and not made for children, and if that's not good enough, I don't know what to tell them. But have you heard of this yet? Or is this new? I don't know. All right. Till my next video. Glad you got to see me.
Say, son, what's the gimmick? What's it all about?
I just caught myself a chicken.
Chicken? I say, that's no chicken, son. I'm a chicken. Rooster, that is.
Don't give me that. You're not a chicken.
What am I then, boy?
You're a loudmouth schnook.